think she's saying action.
Action. Action. Action.
Welcome to our cocktail hour.
Actually, I think she's trying to say blackberry. Hello.
Blackberry.
This is cocktail hour in the Borichevsky household these days. We have Mackenzie joining us. Renowned soprano Kathryn Lewek. You're supposed to introduce me.
Oh, renowned tenor Zach Borichevsky.
Well, please no. Yes, here we are, and
baby Mackenzie.
we're gonna prepare two cocktails this evening. One brand new one that we thought was fitting for the occasion, and one old standard that I enjoy and I think is always good to mix the old with the new, as any opera fan. Well, no.
I think maybe she's sick of you talking already.
She's doing her impression of me. So yeah, this first cocktail, I think we are going to call the Bloody Lucy? Bloody Lucia?
I mean, you have to decide, man.
Well, you can taste it and see what it tastes like.
Okay.
We
will reserve judgment on what to call it.
Yeah.
Well, so tell me about this. I've been teaching all day online, virtual teaching, during this pandemic time. And so I was like, you need to figure out the cocktail. And so this is like a special surprise for me. I see blackberries, I see basil. I like those things.
Would you hand me the hot water from behind you?
Yes.
I'm just going to make a little bit of syrup, honey syrup, just a little bit, for mixing in this drink.
Here.
Actually, I need something to stir this with too.
So I'm going to stir?
That was a little too much water.
Like a whisk or like a spoon?
Actually, I guess a whisk would be ideal.
A whisk? That's fancy. I don't know. Old-timey whisk.
Thank you for that whisk. I'm just making our honey syrup. What we're going to do is muddle this blackberry, which our daughter is rather interested in. She likes blackberries. We're going to take a nice fresh blackberry. We're going to muddle it in the bottom of this cocktail shaker with some fresh basil from the backyard.
Nice kind of basil.
Mash that up a little bit. Muddling sounds much fancier than smushing or mashing. And then we add our potent potable. It's another activity we've been doing a lot in quarantine, is watching Jeopardy. We'll add our vodka. 1.5 ounces is what it says, so we'll pretend we're being precise. A little extra there. And what else do we have? Lemon juice, that's right. So we have a fresh lemon right here. We'll go ahead and squeeze some fresh lemon juice in there. Fresh lemon juice. And
can I have this, please? Can I have this? Can I have this?
we'll add
Can I have this, please?
the ice.
Oh, it's going on the floor now?
We'll add the ice. Oh, we haven't added the honey syrup yet. Here we go. Pretend we're being precise about that as well. And now we're at the favorite part of cocktail preparation.
Are you ready, Mackenzie?
As far as Mackenzie's concerned. Ready? Less delighted than usual. I think we need more lights. Don't you think these lights should be on?
Sure.
Oh, much better. Much better. You want to feel that? It's cold. It's cold.
We've been working a lot with
cold
and hot and warm.
Cold.
Lately.
Yeah.
So every opportunity to teach her cold, hot, and warm. Very
very important importantly, this drink is intended to be diluted at the end with some club soda, of which we have none. We do have some sparkling water.
That's true.
But it's in the fridge behind the camera. But as you can see, it looks, pink. It's like slightly bloody. Not as bloody as
Looks bloodier like
Bloody
this
Mary.
than it would with.
But we'll just present it with some basil there. And there's your drink that you can name after you take a sip of it, and imagine that there's some sparkling water in there with it.
I do smell the basil,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely smell the citron. Cold. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I don't think it needs the club soda at all.
Fantastic.
And with the basil really gives it that Italian vibe. So I'm gonna say it's a Bloody Lucia.
Bloody Lucia. I like it. What are you getting so excited about? Do you want to touch this again? It's less cold now.
Give it a bite.
Okay, so like I said about opera, any fan of opera is going to appreciate the old with the new.
She wants the lemon.
We had the old. Would you like the lemon? Yeah, she likes lemons.
Fun fact, when I was a kid, at my elementary school, we used to have summer competitions, and I won contests in 2 different categories, which was best act with a singing pet. I used to sing with my dog Misty, who was a miniature schnauzer. And I also won in the category of lemon eating contest because I could keep a lemon in my mouth and suck on the juice for longer than anybody else without making a face. So it was my acting skills right from the very beginning.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you. I'm glad that impresses you.
I'm just gonna. No, I'd have a hard time with that. The old-fashioned cocktail is not an old-fashioned, but rather a Manhattan. Which.
I see what you did there.
Thank you. Which I enjoy with rye. This is rye. Rye whiskey, not just regular whiskey. And when you make it with rye, I think you use more vermouth than you would if you made it with bourbon, or even if you made it with a regular sort of blended Canadian whiskey, which is how my dad likes it. You have 2 ounces of whiskey, you have 2 dashes of Angostura bitters, and you have your vermouth. This is Antico Formula vermouth by Giuseppe Carpano, fittingly Italian as well. And so we'll have.
Did we explain why you were doing the Bloody Lucia?
Make this up here. No, but we do have our banter from the.
From our recording. That's true too.
So I don't think we need to.
But just a reminder that
redundantly explain that we
fell in love while we were singing Lucia di Lammermoor together in Upper Carolina.
Yes. So here we are with. This is a stirred cocktail more than a shaken cocktail, so I'll just go ahead and stir it for 10 seconds. While I'm stirring, we can tell the story of when I had a Manhattan at a resort that shall remain nameless in Connecticut, where the bartender stirred the Manhattan for, I'm not exaggerating, like 3 minutes. Just stirring, walked away for like a couple minutes, came back to it, stirred it some more.
He checked somebody else out, rang up their bill and took their credit card and had the whole signing and everything, and then came back to the drink and continued stirring it.
Man, by the time I got it, it was mostly water, which is tragic in the end. But see, Lovey, I don't have a proper maraschino cherry, so I'll just put a blackberry in there for fun.
Well, I already have my cocktail, but we should explain what our tradition is before clinking glasses.
Yes, well, we say something that we love about each other. I love bantering for opera videos with you.
I love playing piano terribly for your beautiful singing.
Oh, That's also me. That's true. That's pretty good.
Yes, we should have taken the opportunity during quarantine to both improve our piano skills. I feel more upset about this than Zach does, or that he should, because I actually started out as a pianist and I studied piano for a very long time. And then when I started focusing on voice in college, I just focused all of my energy. I'm a very intense, focused A-type personality, and I just focused so completely on singing that I nearly stopped playing piano altogether.
Mm.
Her with her lemons, she's like mother, like daughter.
She is. She really is.
Yeah. It's like if life gives you lemons, suck the juice right out of them.
Just go to town on that lemon. Speaking of life giving you lemons, I don't think, I feel uncomfortable talking on a day like today without bringing up at least a little bit of the turmoil in the country, and I think that opera and art in general has a lot to offer us at such a time, and it always has. I think we sometimes can, I do this too, criticize opera for getting too political and being too over the top, but opera's always been too political. Thinking about Rigoletto, which Katie and I should have been performing now, and a couple different places. It's been canceled thanks to the pandemic, but you know, the original play by Beaumarchais was banned after its original performance because it was too politically sensitive for the time. And Verdi picked it because of its political implications and was forced to change the main character from a king to a duke because they didn't want the king to be portrayed as so lascivious, like a lesser noble, okay, but not the king. And you know, I think today we can still gain the most important thing we can gain from art in general, and the operas that are in the standard canon is their a sense of empathy. I think the role of any art is to communicate, and specifically to allow you to empathize with how someone else feels, someone else's situation, as directly as possible, which is ironic because opera is usually in a language that's foreign for us in America, and it's in this strange idiom, and we have to put ourselves in the historical mindset a lot of the time to get our minds around what's going on in the story. But at the same time, the directness of the access to the human voice is more direct than any other art form that I have encountered. That's why I think opera is important and remains important even in the day and age we are, where there's a million different kinds of art. So that's my lecture about
Cheers to that.
the importance of art in times of turmoil. But there's always strawberries to make you feel better.
And peaches and blackberries. She ate the blackberries first. I feel like there's like a certain subset of people who are going to watch this who are just going to decide at some point that they're going to put it on mute and they're just going to watch what Mackenzie's doing. They're going to be like, okay, cocktails, schmocktails.
That's probably what I would do.
Yes, we are very fortunate to be very soon closing on our first house together. But right now, we are very grateful that we've been taken in. We're somewhat in a homeless state here. Because before the pandemic, we... oh, are you tired of me talking now too?
Yes.
That's normal.
We're with Katie's parents here in beautiful Connecticut at the moment.
Yes, we decided to not renew our lease before the pandemic.
Details. But yeah, we're hoping
So
to
we've been
move
bouncing
into a new
around.
house soon.
Yeah, we've been bouncing around from his parents. It's been part of the pandemic, like just before we moved out of our old apartment north of Manhattan, and then and then really? Yeah. Yeah. Are you almost done with your fruit? Then we spent part of the time with Zach's family in sunny PA. And now we're here in Connecticut for a month, and we're very fortunate that we have lots of family members who are willing to take care of us while we're in this intermediate zone.
Absolutely. We have a lot of reasons to be grateful, and we have a lot of gratitude, even though we're out of work at the moment. Here's hoping it comes back soon, right?
Yes.
Yes, and here's to Opera Carolina. Thanks for making us fall in love all those years ago.
Thanks for hiring us.
All the best.
We will never forget that. Some of you may remember Zach and I from a little production at Opera Carolina, Lucia di Lammermoor.
2015, 5 years ago.
I don't know if you remember our amazing chemistry on stage, but we were actually falling in love at the time, and since then we've gotten married, and we have a very small child now, a 19-month-old little girl named Mackenzie, and she is the love of our lives, and it's been very interesting hanging out all together as a family, not traveling for once, and we've discovered the national treasure. I mean, Zach and I, of course, knew the national treasure of Mr. Rogers before, but we've been just introducing Mr. Rogers to our little Mackenzie, and I fell in love with this song. We love this song. We kind of rediscovered it, and we decided that it would be kind of a fun one to do ourselves. So, without further ado, it's You I Like. It's you I like. It's not the things you wear. It's not the way you do your hair. But it's you I like. The way you are right now. The way down deep inside. Not the things that hide you, not your toys, they're just beside you. But it's you I like, every part of you. Your skin, your eyes, your feelings, whether old or new. I hope that you'll remember even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like. It's you yourself. It's you. It's you.
Almost came out. Do you want me to banter about this song? This song is one of the first songs I ever performed in public in a cabaret type of setting in undergrad in this terrible room acoustically in the theater that was built for Broadway musicals. It was very dead. But it was actually composed by an American immigrant for Caruso. It's written in a Neapolitan, it's actually a language. I thought it was a dialect of Italian, but it's actually a whole separate language, Neapolitan. It's similar to Italian.
Like pizza. It's a totally different kind of pizza, too.
It's a totally different kind of pizza, totally different kind of language down there. And it's a little more depressing than Katie's selection, but it's called Ungrateful Heart, and it's about a woman named Kathryn who has abandoned the singer, and he's somewhat tormented about that. perché me dicesti parole amare, perché me parli a cuore me, turmiente cadri, non te scurda, cattaggio da te o core catari, non te Catari, che bene a diceres tu parla che a me da spase meto, non c'è pienses tu l'olore mia, tu non c'è piense tu, non te ne sto soffrì, non c'è può credere, sto soffrì.